incredible trip only on Eye on LA. You could call it life elevated. Join us as we spend 3 perfect days away from the city. This is one vacation we're never gonna forget. I love Utah!
This is Eye on LA.
I'm Eye on LA's Tina Malave, and about 2 hours ago, we hopped a plane in Los Angeles and headed to St. George, Utah. Now, if you've never experienced the majestic beauty of southern Utah, get ready to be blown away. Now, when you say Utah, you probably think of the northern part. Places like Salt Lake and Park City, the world-famous Sundance Film Festival, and all that snow and skiing. But we discovered here in southern Utah, it's a lot like LA. Just subtract the city hustle and bustle and add some of the most breathtaking natural sights in the world. Now the outdoors are a-calling and we've got a whole lot to see and do here. But first we've got to find out why St. George is considered the hottest new travel destination.
St. George is the southwesternmost city in the state of Utah. We rarely see snow in the wintertime, if at all, so it's really quite warm. A lot of northern Utah folks come and play golf during the wintertime, and a lot of them have second homes here.
It's just a 6-hour drive from Los Angeles, or a 2-hour daily direct flight into the new St. George Airport, making it a pretty quick trip if you want to get out of LA and get outdoors.
The topography and the geography of the area is incredibly unique. It's a giant playground for those who love outdoor recreation. This is a rock climbing mecca. There's a lot of red sandstone to climb. Between Zion National Park and Snow Canyon State Park, the possibilities are endless.
We're going to check out all those possibilities ourselves, but the city of St. George is so charming, we had to see more. They're so nice here in Utah. The honor system, love it.
You're not going to find any nicer people. St. George is really a family-based community, and there's also a lot of historical buildings. The St. George Temple is the oldest Mormon temple in operation in the world, and most of the old architecture still exists in the downtown area. Some of the storefronts, there's a lot of history.
And there's a lot to do here, with events like the Blue Angels Air Show. So we stopped by to catch the action and to hear what locals like best about St. George.
Well, what we do is we make up for lack of trees with beautiful rocks. You know, the red dirt just really gives the landscape just, great texture and beauty. It's just something different than just what you see in the city all the time.
If you're going to come to St. George, you better be adventurous.
You can grab your four-wheelers and hit the sand dunes. Amazing hiking, probably the best hiking I've ever done. Sand Hollow Reservoir, Quail Lake, Gunlock Lake, it's awesome. If you come to St. George, you have to try the Painted Pony restaurant. Amazing food, great atmosphere.
So we took Tara's advice and crashed the kitchen at the Painted Pony, St. George's very popular restaurant. Randall, I saw how busy it is outside, so we're here to help.
Oh, great, great, thank you.
You know, this place is really amazing. It's just jam-packed with people out there. Why is it so popular?
We think it's because of our food. We like to think so anyway. We do all kinds of different things here at the Painted Pony. We have a contemporary American menu, so we feature different things from Asian flavors, Mediterranean, and a lot of the things come straight out of our garden. So we have a 2-acre garden in Dameron Valley just north of here, and 45 chickens, and we grow things all through the season. We also have 120 different varieties of wine. We have our own label. We have the Painted Pony Pinot Noir. This is a special occasion restaurant, as well as a lot of locals' favorites. And many people are travelers coming through town, and they know about us, so they come here for a good bite to eat.
Looks like it's getting even busier out there, so I'm here to help, whatever I can do.
Great. We could really use your help.
So it's off to the dining room to make myself useful. Kind of. Hello, I'll be your server today.
Hi, well, thank you.
And I also want to get the scoop on this place. All right.
The Painted Pony.
I hear that you're a local here. You come here a lot?
I come here a lot.
What is it about this place that you guys just love so much?
Oh, honestly, for me, the ambience and the food is just amazing. Like, I'm born and raised Ventura, California, and I am used to good restaurants, and this place is my favorite.
And I see you're trying the Painted Pony Pinot over here.
Oh, it's amazing.
Is it?
They have the best wine list in town by far.
All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna try something here. What would you recommend?
I would definitely recommend you start with the brie, and I always follow with the filet mignon. It's so good.
All right, well, you know what? You don't have to tell me twice. Sold. I'm gonna try that. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm a very bad waitress, aren't I?
You can do a little better.
I thought so. Okay, enjoy.
Thank you.
Here you are, Tina. This is the beefsteak alla rossini. Thank you very much for all of your help today.
Wow, Randall, thank you so much. Oh my God, this smells so good. All right, you guys, you know what? This is the perfect way to end the day, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we kick off our Utah adventure in Zion, a place some say is a life-changing experience. And it's no Grauman's Chinese theater, but Utah has its own famous footprints, right here in St. George. Did you know that southern Utah has some of the most significant and well-preserved dinosaur tracks in the world? So, Dr. Jerry, this place looks like the land of the lost, but you guys actually have proof that some of the big guys were kind of walking around here, huh?
Big guys, little guys, we have them in all sizes here. We have the big terrifying meat eaters, we have the small meat eaters, we have basically an entire ecosystem captured here. 200 million years ago, this area was a flat lake, very close to sea level, no mountains or anything the way we have them around here at that time. And this lake was just full of fish and dinosaurs that were here trying to get at the fish. This is a spot where a dinosaur actually sat down. It came out of the lake, walked up this little slope that was right here, sat down, put its feet down, kind of shuffled its feet forward a little bit, which is why these tracks look all messy, put its hands down here and here with its fingers pointing inward, and then it made a butt print right here, and then a little bit of a tail print way back here. So this gives you an idea of the size of the animal.
And that's the handsome fellow right over there, huh?
That's the guy right there, yeah. This block has 50 tracks of small meat-eating dinosaurs on it, some of which were walking, some of which were running, ones that are much closer together, slower moving, typical walking animals.
I like to imagine the dinosaurs were doing the cha-cha together.
Or the can-can. Ooh, I would love to see the tracks of the can-can.
Oh, that would be nice. Oh yeah, you can totally imagine dinosaurs walking all over this place. You're watching Eye on LA's Utah Adventure, and we're about to enter Zion National Park, a place so awe-inspiring that people that enter claim it actually feels like a sanctuary for the soul.
One of the first things that drew me to Zion was when I had read that it was one of National Geographic's top 10 best hikes. Zion is a pretty magical place. It's the ultimate in outdoor desert activity, and there's stuff for everybody. There is stuff for little kids, and there's stuff for high adventure, rock climbing, canyoneering, backpacking. Zion itself is comprised of many different layers of different sandstone built up over many, many years. There is a beautiful river that flows through it. It has two forks, and that carved two large canyons right through there. There's only a few spots really in the world that would have canyons like this.
But to truly experience its magic, you'll want to stay a while, and the quaint and friendly town of Springdale at the base of Zion is a perfect option.
But if you're a person that wants to be all the way in it, the park does also have anywhere from tent to a pretty luxurious lodge right inside the park.
And even hundreds of miles away from Hollywood, we discovered a bit of movie history.
There were even some motion pictures filmed right here in the Zion area, specifically in Grafton. The ghost town of Grafton, one of the first settlements in southern Utah, and everybody mostly remembers Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid when Paul Newman was riding on the bicycle around the apple orchard. That was filmed right here in Grafton.
While Zion's incredible views make it a perfect backdrop for movies and for a spiritual connection with nature, I have to admit I was looking forward to some of the outdoor adventures Zion has to offer.
So Tina, you're not afraid of heights or anything, are you?
You know, Bill, I wasn't afraid of heights until we got up here, and yeah, it's a little scary.
Not a problem. We're going to have you all set up on ropes and safety systems, and all we're going to be doing is descending down a rope or rappelling down to the bottom of that rock. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds really great. No turning back now, so after a gear check, some safety training, and a little prayer.
Keep the weight over your balls of your feet and just kind of come out this way.
Oh my Lord.
All right, and whenever you're ready, we can start down this cliff.
Okay.
When you're comfortable and happy, say Tina on rope.
Tina on rope. Here goes nothing. Chihuahua.
And all you're allowing is rope to slide through your grip and slow your descent. Did you just look down, Tina?
I did. I just wanted to see what was back there.
Air, rock, sand, trees.
This is actually kind of awesome.
Doing great, Tina.
All right, I'm kind of getting the hang of this.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Feel kind of like Tom Cruise.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, now it's getting fun. Woohoo! Let's do it again! And touchdown. Wow. Sorry to sound like a postcard, but wish you were here, because as gorgeous as this place looks on TV, it's even more astounding in person. And there's still so much more to come. On day 2 of our Utah adventure, we find some luxurious ways to relax. I really like it here in Utah. And an artist community so cool, we didn't want to leave. In looking for a great vacation spot, we wanted to find some place that offered not only thrills, but a little pampering as well. And that brought us straight to southern Utah and the Red Mountain Resort. The perfect second day for our 3-day getaway.
We have a lot of guests from the LA area who will come up for a long weekend. There are direct flights from LA into St. George. This is a really great place to detox digitally and really just kind of reconnect with nature and reconnect with yourself. Red Mountain Resort is an active destination retreat. We have a backyard of Snow Canyon State Park, so we're surrounded by 1,500-foot Red Mountain cliffs. Our most premium service is our hiking experience. We do guided hikes with our guests every morning. They last 2.5 to 3 hours. We have a full complement of fitness classes every afternoon. We'll follow that up with cooking demonstrations and great outdoor adventures at night, such as astronomy, stargazing.
Not to mention their award-winning Sagestone Spa.
We have some of the best therapists in the United States, and they are true healers when it comes to massage therapy and the techniques that we employ.
And there's no way I'm passing this up. Hot heavenly rocks, take me away. I really like it here in Utah. This place is so relaxing, I really don't want to leave. But then they told me about Kayenta, a hidden little artist community nestled in the red rocks of St. George. And you know we had to check that out.
Kayenta is a unique place. The art village at Kayenta, often referred to as the Coyote Gulch Art Village, started about 10 years ago. Currently we have 4 galleries and we have 5 studios and the Zadava Cafe, which is a full restaurant these days. One of the things we wanted to do was have a place for the local artists to display their work, because there's an amazing number of really, really good artists in this area.
And artist Amy Bonham was kind enough to show us around.
It's an amazing space where artists can come and be together with other artists, just creating and showing their work.
Like at Gallery Juniper Sky, a 3,000 square foot space featuring pieces from a number of artists, including some of Amy's paintings.
Amy, I love your artwork. This is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Tell us about the kind of work that you do.
Well, it's abstract, it's oil, and there's a lot of exploration with organic shapes and line and color. This is Gallery 873. They have over 80 artists who are local and regional. In this specific gallery, they've got all sorts of genres and mediums. There's metal artists, there's painters, there's sculptors.
Wow, these are so beautiful.
Yeah, this is a replica of a sculpture at the base of Snow Canyon, done by an artist named Ed Hlavka. Do you want to meet him?
Yeah, he's here?
He's right over here.
Oh,
yeah, let's go.
Okay.
World-renowned Edward Hlavka has his work in the Smithsonian, so it was even more impressive to see him teaching visitors and local artists in his Kayenta studio. Now, here in Kayenta, I think people would think of it as like maybe a small little artist community, but they can come here and work with renowned artists like you?
Yes, they can sign up and walk in the door and we'll get them started. Mostly first-time students, a lot of beginners who would like to learn the approach.
So we left Ed as he turned his students into bona fide sculptors and popped in to visit the artists at Zia Pottery, who offered to let me go all Demi Moore on the clay wheel.
At 6 o'clock, just start pulling straight back towards you slowly. This is really fun.
And this is what I made. No, I didn't. It's cute though, isn't it?
Can I buy this?
From the artists to the arts, next stop, Tuacahn. Amid towering red sandstone cliffs is the unbelievable God-made amphitheater. The site was first founded by a local who only dreamt of sharing the unspoiled beauty of this place. Decades later, a 1,920-seat amphitheater was built to bring high-caliber live entertainment to southern Utah. They call it Storytelling in the Canyon. Now known for its acclaimed theatrical productions and Disney musicals, it even draws Broadway veterans who perform here every night. But what makes Tuacahn extra special is that it also houses a performing arts charter high school, where the goal is for students to succeed artistically and academically, performing in the classroom and on stage. Bravo! Well, we shouldn't be surprised that the state that's famous for hosting the Sundance Film Festival would be so into the arts. But I do have to wonder, what the heck do they put in the water here in Utah that creates such incredible ballroom dancers? Just watch Dancing with the Stars. They've got Utahns everywhere. From brother and sister dancing sensations Julianne and Derek Huff, to the mind-blowing Mark Ballas and the amazing Chelsea Hightower.
There are amazing dancers all over the world, but you know, there is something different about the water in Utah. I think it's a lot of the culture. You know, from a young age, the moms put their girls in dancing, they even put their boys in dancing. So it's a big part of the culture, and the level is so high there that it pushes each person to be better and better and better.
Utah also seems to attract the best dance instructors as well. Maxim Chmerkovsky has been teaching in Utah since the age of 16, and even Karina Smirnoff spent a few years teaching at Brigham Young University. And Chelsea, who still has a home here, tells me Utah is just an easy place to love.
It's somewhere where I can just go back and I can just be me and don't worry about any of the hustle and bustle of the city life, which is also awesome, but it's nice to be able to go back and to have mountains and just the peaceful things around to keep you grounded and keep you centered.
Still ahead, day 3. We'll mosey through another glorious state park. Oh, the views, the peace. I think I found my zen. Then, one last hurrah in Utah. Did you know Southern Utah offers some of the best spring and summer sporting activities year-round? From annual Ironman competitions and top biking events to some of the most stunning, not to mention challenging, golf courses that rival the very best, like here at Sand Hollow Resort, but for a fraction of the cost of many top-rated courses in LA, which makes golfers here very happy. The state of Utah boasts 5 magnificent national parks, each more beautiful than the next. We already hit Zion National Park, but the so-called Promised Land isn't the only star in this state. Northeast of Zion is Bryce Canyon, but it's not really a canyon. This natural amphitheater has thousands of pillars, amazing rock formations from millions of years of erosion by wind and sand. Just find a spot and start hiking. How about a bike ride? Or you could ride your hog up to Capitol Reef National Park, just a little farther north, for 378 square miles of incredible vistas and colorful canyons. Over in Arches National Park, it's a desert with thousands of, what else? Natural stone arches, set against the alpine drop of the La Salle Mountains. And last but certainly not least, on the other side of Lake Powell is Canyonlands, where you can hang out under a natural bridge and just chill. But as we discovered here in Snow Canyon State Park, you can't always let the canyon name fool you. So Patty, do you get snow here?
Very little. The canyon is actually named after one of the original leaders of the Mormons that settled the area back in the 1800s.
Ah, okay.
And his name was Erastus Snow. And his family eventually donated the canyon to the state.
This is a public gift that just keeps on giving. travelers from around the world now come to enjoy this amazing natural wonder.
We have similar things to this in Australia, but nothing this big and grand. There's definitely an energy here. You can feel it just in the winds, like just sitting here looking out at the view. There's something very striking about what you're looking at.
Snow Canyon State Park is really unique in that it's a relatively small canyon. It's only about 4 miles wide and 7 miles long, but it's spectacular in that you get this grand mix of red rock, white rock, lava flow, green sagebrush, and beautiful desert flowers. The canyon started formulating over 200 million years ago, and then when the Earth became enveloped in water, the weight of the water on the dunes compacted them and cemented them into the rock formations you see today.
This is just unbelievable, the views here.
Great eye candy.
Yeah.
In the springs, it's a major nesting area for the peregrine falcon. And they come here migrating up from Mexico. And quite often you can see the nests in the side of the cliff wall.
Of the many ways to enjoy the canyon, we discovered that the best way is to recapture that spirit of the Old West, horseback. Feels so cowgirl, ain't that right, Mariah? All right, so we've done some pretty cool things here, and we've seen some of the most gorgeous views, but there's one thing I've been dying to do all week. We've got to get into these red sand dunes. Oh yeah. It's like a red velvet playground here in the backcountry of southern Utah, and I'm ready to dive in. So we hooked up with St. George's ATV and Jeep Adventure Tours to take the plunge. Laura, you know what? I love this company because this is all female owned, first of all, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, girl power out here in the sand dunes. What makes the experience of riding on this sand different than other ATV experiences?
The sand here is relatively light, and it's almost like snowboarding or skiing in fresh powder. We have our clients do what we call sand ballet, and they just kind of swish, and it's really awesome. They love it. We've been doing this 16 years, and it's just an amazing experience.
Very good. So sand ballet is what you guys call it.
Yep.
All right, so is there anything I need to know?
Safety first.
Okay.
Second, have a great time.
I love it. And away we go. Thank you.
There you
Here
go.
we go, sister. Now that's what I call a sand ballet exhibition. I know what I want for my birthday! Woo! Well, that wraps up our 3 perfect days in Utah. We LA folks didn't really know what to expect, but I can tell you, we had more fun than we could have ever imagined. This is definitely life elevated. Go to abc7.com/EyeOnLA to plan your Utah adventure or to watch us anytime. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and join in on the conversation. I'm Tina Malave. Thanks for hanging with us.